Okay, you guys, we are in the final stretch of Pisces season here. You can see the sun moving through Pisces. It has been incredibly confusing, maybe destabilizing for people, as the energy of Pisces literally represents dissolving away, disintegrating. It is the last sign in the zodiac, so it is returning back to the oneness before we start a new season, before we start a new literal year, a new astrological year with the start of Aries season. And so things have maybe been confusing. Things could have been falling apart, old realities, old versions of the self kind of dissolving, breaking away, turning into nothingness for something new to be reborn. And so we've been having planets retrograde. We've had Mercury that is still retrograde and Jupiter that is also retrograde. Jupiter will be going direct very soon. Mercury will actually go direct hand in hand with the new year, with the spring equinox and the start of Aries season. And so with that comes a fiery energy, the feeling of forward momentum. Aries, the first sign in the zodiac, it is cardinal action. It is action oriented, trailblazing, courageous, brave energy. Forward momentum is coming. But right now we're still in this Piscean soup of the abyss, of nothingness, of things not being incredibly clear. We've actually been on this journey, about a year and a half long journey with the nodes. This is what's really being activated this week. This North Node in Pisces, collectively, we've all been embracing this energy. And that looks like relying less on the South Node in Virgo, releasing the lower expression of that Virgo energy, which is an anxiousness, a worriedness, so needing to have the answers and for it to make sense logically. We've been collectively working on releasing that energy and moving more towards this North Node in Pisces that is surrender, it is trust, it is giving it up to something greater, divine timing, the divine path. This is the Piscean energy. It is water, it is our intuition, it's psychic abilities. All of these things may be coming online for people. And this week, especially, we are going to really be feeling this Piscean energy as Mercury retrograde has touched the sun. Mars is going to be touching the North Node. It is going to be basically accelerating the path, accelerating our highest timeline. There could have been some breakthroughs, some moments of clarity throughout this foggy, fuzzy, retrograde Mercury period that we've been in here. These last few days, as it has come together with the sun, we could have experienced some kind of breaking in the clouds and seeing things a bit more clearly. Although we're still in this Piscean soup, and so it's not going to be going retrograde. We're not going to be feeling really that clarity fully and that fiery expression until we start Aries season, which is very soon. It is the 19th and 20th of March. So be mindful of what is coming up right now. As this week, we're going to have Mars touch the North Node. That is going to literally accelerate the path, accelerate our highest path, our highest trajectory. This is like the most divinely orchestrated path that we could go down with the North Node in Pisces, literally. Pisces is magic, again, transcendence, surrender, unconditional love, forgiveness. It is like the ocean of consciousness, it is everything and nothing. So underneath the chart, within this chart, like, there is magic that is unfolding. There are supportive aspects. We have Jupiter here that's making a beautiful magical trine to this Piscean energy. We've been doing some deep dives in regards to familial patterns, looking at things with our ancestry, our roots, kind of the patterns and the general energy that's been carried down, seeing that more clearly with this Jupiter retrograde. This has been a few month long journey that we've been doing some deep dives and reflection around that, around family, around our roots, our ancestry, and again, these emotional imprints and patterns in like how things have been dealt with in the family, and then seeing how it continues to play out through you. And it just so happens that today, Sunday, we have this beautiful water trine, the moon currently in Scorpio, making a beautiful connection here with Jupiter in Cancer, and then continuing the water trine up here with our Pisces energy. This is really beautiful, magical, mystical energy. So even though things could have been foggy and fuzzy and confusing throughout this whole Piscean season that we've been moving through, it's like floating through the abyss. There are these, especially right now, these moments of clarity, of breakthroughs, of kind of the clouds parting and you seeing things more clearly. And the things that we are seeing, or that is coming through at this time, is like, it is our highest path. I can't emphasize that enough with this Pisces energy that is literally rules magic, it rules mysticism, it rules the divine path, the divine plan. And so knowing that the things that are coming through right now, or the inklings, the ideas, the like the subtle nudges and like pushes of information that come through in whatever way it presents itself to you. Maybe you hear things, maybe you see things, maybe there's just this feeling, as water is very much connected to our feelings, our emotions, and also the clairsentient psychic ability of feeling things deeply in your body. Cancer specifically ruling the gut, so getting gut messages. So the things that we're feeling that are coming through at this time is so important, even though maybe you have no idea. I'm sure you have no idea what it's going to look like logically, because that's what we're literally here to release, to let go of the need to understand things logically and to have all the answers like perfectly planned out, the Excel spreadsheets. This is the South Node in Virgo that we are actively releasing. And so the forward momentum is coming, and that feeling is just going to naturally arise in you as we are connected to nature and connected to the elements. And so it just so happens that the start of the astrological new year, it is always in alignment with the spring equinox, but it just so happens that it is also in alignment with Mercury going direct. So after Mercury's been through this foggy, fuzzy, confusing time of swimming through the depths of their psyche and their subconscious and kind of getting to the root of what they want and what matters to them, but not in like a logical way. It's more in like an internal feeling or an internal knowing, or maybe there's some kind of fuzzy picture that only they understand. They've reached some sort of consensus. And then as we approach Aries season, we're just going to be feeling that natural forward momentum. Jupiter's going to go direct first, then it'll be Mercury along with Aries season, the start of the new year. I mean, that in and of itself holds so much like importance. It is so potent this time, the final days of the year, the shedding of the skin. Again, Pisces is also connected to memories, to dreams, to nostalgia, reflection, the past. So doing a lot of reviewing and reflecting on the past while we're kind of brewing and like marinating in this Piscean soup of dreams and the imaginal realms, and like what do we really want and what's the highest path for us moving forward. And so again, this becoming more clear, I feel, especially this week. There's been a lot of fuzziness, I think, this week and possibly even these last few days as Mercury has touched the sun, that there is clarity, there's some breakthroughs coming through. But just, continue to be in this energy, continue to examine your relationship with the unknown, with the abyss, with the imaginal realms, with this Piscean soup that we're in. There's only a little bit more time of this space where and is like the darkness before something is birthed, before something new comes through. Again, that is the shift from Pisces to Aries season. It is the literal like death, the shedding of the skin. And Aries is like the moving through the birth canal and starting a new life, a new expression, being born. I mean, Aries, the spark of life, the cardinal action-oriented energy. So I hope that this is helpful and supports you in working with the current astrology and just understanding the times that we're currently in. I hope that this week brings some breakthroughs and some clarity, especially as Mars will touch the North Node, some acceleration on our highest path, whether we're actually taking those steps right now or just it's becoming more clear as these transits take place. So again, I'm available for readings if you would like to work with me, an astrology reading, tarot readings. I do hypnosis, quantum healing hypnosis technique, and psychic mediumship readings. You can reach out to me here. The link is in my bio as well.